record label agreement. Okay? You know, when this case get to court, they will understand, because this lawyer came out saying that there was no contract. Because he know what it can be what can be called a contract, which can be activated as a contract. But when you say arrangement, let's say for example now, Richard, you know, I just come to you with rush. Baba, I just want to be with you. Baba, once you sign me, I'm okay. And then maybe I come and that's okay. Come. You know what? If any song go viral, okay, or whatever, I'll be giving you this percentage. Okay. And okay, just sign it, right? You know, and I just have it, I keep it for myself. And you out of, you know, you are a very young guy, you don't even know how these things work. You didn't come with lawyer, nothing, right?
Yeah, desperation.
We are just going, and then we are just living like that. Then on the long run, when your eyes now open, you now come that your friends are telling you that go and tell your boss to give you royalty that your song is going viral. Then you now come, you start making trouble. Your boss will remind you, come back. We have an arrangement. Do you remember? Can you read this? So what this lawyer is saying right now, that November, when he got to meet MOHBAD, don't forget MOHBAD left September 2022. The lawyer came November 2022. Okay, if I'm not mistaken by that date. I hope I'm not. Yeah, so now let's read it. Say so according to his attorney, the singer and Malian Records had certain arrangement that did not qualify as a record label arrangement. He mentioned that before splitting up, please wait, let me read everything now. I will, sorry. It's too tiny, I'm trying to catch it, okay? So I have to analyze, read it, and then later we'll rub mind on it together. So let me go back again. So according to his attorney, the singer and Malian's record had certain arrangement that did not qualify as a record label arrangement. He mentioned that before splitting up with the label to start, before MOHBAD splitted up with the label to start Modernization Limited, MOHBAD released an extended play, that is EP, and a few singles. That's before MOHBAD left the record label. MOHBAD has EP set of songs and also have like singles like the one that he did by himself. Okay. Then he said his attorney disclosed that they remain pending in court in an attempt to recover the EPs and singles he recorded with Malian Records prior to his untimely demise. That is, before he died, he had recorded EPs and singles with the Malian, so they want to get it. So now let's say, he said MOHBAD and the where am I here? Okay, let me just read this. This is directly from him. MOHBAD and Malian Record had some arrangement which I cannot term as a record label agreement yet. While he worked with them in some sense, he released an extended play and a number of singles. In October last year, that's 2022, he set up his own label, Modernization Limited, and he released an EP from which he received the revenue directly because he was the only owner of the company. What we have been trying to retrieve prior to his death and currently are the EP and single he made while he was with the label, that is with Naira Marley record label. Those are still being controlled by Malian Record. That is what we have been in court trying to resolve when he was alive up until his demise, and we are still in court for that.
Let's take it to the needle eye. That's
everything. Now go on.
Yeah, the first statement you mentioned, if you read that place again, Naira Marley and MOHBAD has some kind of contract, which it cannot be. Can you repeat that sentence from the lawyer,
Yeah.
just word for word?
What he said basically in the last inquest, he said MOHBAD does not have a contract with Naira Marley. But what he previously said was that MOHBAD and the Malians record had some arrangement which I cannot term as a record label agreement.
Yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yet. Okay. So now, when you take that word into consideration,
and don't forget, this was then, but recently in the last inquest, he completed it.
He completed it, right? Okay. Now, the question is, number one, when MOHBAD went to Naira Marley with Tunde, which happens to be part of Malian's family, asking politely that he wants to leave and he wants Tunde to be his manager, that's what brought the fracas when he was beaten up mercilessly. Okay? Eventually, if you say they don't have any record terms or anything, contract whatsoever, MOHBAD eventually carved out and formed his own record label, the Modernization. Okay? And at the same time, he was asking for a proper due diligence. Give me my portfolio, let me go. I wrote a lot of music, AP or whatsoever. It belongs to me because you say we don't have a contract. And these things are my voice. I composed it. Give it to me. And the issue of going to court, pay me the money owed because you have already released those music under your label. And you made an obscene amount of money from it. Give me my money.
Richie, look at what you should consider. Look at what you consider. Now, don't forget all those music are posted in the Malian record, in the Malian's archive. Okay? Let me say, for example, now, you, Richie, you're doing videos that are going viral. You are posting it on Papariano page. Okay? And then maybe you now come later. You say you want maybe to get your portion. Because those videos will still be ongoing. Okay? I think the fair thing that I have to do here, I have to provide an agreement or the arrangement. I have to remind you of the arrangement. Don't forget, there have to be some kind of arrangement, and we don't know who this arrangement favors. You understand? But if there was no arrangement, I think what will happen is that they will just tell Naira Marley to drop all MOHBAD songs. That is single MOHBAD. Drop it off. Please wait. Drop it. If there is no arrangement, not at all, if Naira Marley can't prove that there's an arrangement, the wisest thing for him is to drop every MOHBAD single song and MOHBAD will post it on his own page. The money will be going from henceforth, whatever song he has done with Naira Marley before. Then if there was a combined song with another artist, okay, that MOHBAD doesn't own by himself, then MOHBAD will now renegotiate with that artist that, okay, this percentage will be coming to me, and they will now make a proper agreement. But Naira Marley at this point must be able to provide a reasonable agreement that he has with MOHBAD, and that is what will be followed.
Okay, let me explain something to you.
You are right, 100% right. And at this point, and the reason why Naira Marley knows what is coming for him, okay, and that's the reason why he's beginning to tell people, he had
Naira Marley is safe, Susan. This fight that they are fighting, Naira Marley is in very safe spot, very, very safe. They can fight, but they can fight for 2, 3, 4, 5 years.
Yes, I know.
That brings more money to Naira Marley.
Hold on. If the family is going to come together to build up force and fight Naira Marley, yes, they will win. But at this point, they can't win like this. And that's the reason why Naira Marley is beginning to prepare people's mind, because the MOHBAD's lawyer is saying that they don't have any contract that will make him feel that they have a contract, right? But Naira Marley now is coming up to say, yeah, we have a contract. We have a 4-year contract. He only did 3 years and a half.
Yeah, 4 albums condition.
Wait, please. Susan.
Yeah.
Don't forget that this lawyer, upon reviewing, Naira Marley is not a lawyer. This one is a lawyer. Upon reviewing what Naira Marley is calling a contract, He laughed that this one cannot be termed as a contract.
Yeah, he doesn't hold any water.
So you understand me? He just just one-sided.
I'm agreeing with the lawyer, but because Naira Marley has seen that the family is not together, okay? So he's trying to bring that, to manipulate the public, that he had 4 years contract with MOHBAD. But the lawyer is 100% right.
Because MOHBAD didn't complete the 4 years, you see?
Yeah.
If there was a contract, MOHBAD is supposed to complete its 4 years. That can be an issue against MOHBAD.
Hold on.
But for what the lawyer is saying, there is no contract. Remind you,
it's a verbal statement, Papariano, a verbal arrangement statement.
That's if it's verbal,
it doesn't hold any water.
If it is verbal,
that's why MOHBAD was successful to
if it is verbal,
form his own.
Then it is dependent on Naira Marley to do his discretion, his will. Sure, understand? He can come out and say, "Oh, I have contract with MOHBAD. MOHBAD is a very good guy." What I agree with him then, okay, though it was verbal, I told him that I'll be giving him this amount, and he agreed. How is anybody going to challenge that?
Naira Marley should come out with a legally signed document from MOHBAD
in a court of law
that says all those things.
Like that.
It doesn't. I think Naira Marley has to prove. Okay.
Yeah, he has to prove it.
That in the course of law, it's not in the course of working with MOHBAD, okay, one, does MOHBAD and MOHBAD family have any contract? Do they know of any contract that MOHBAD has with Naira Marley? Let's start from there.
Wunmi should come out.
Wunmi?
I'm telling you this.
You see what I'm saying? That the family is divided.
Wunmi should come out. You know why? Right? If there's any legal document bindings, Naira Marley should post it, should come out with that document. Say, I want MOHBAD
Naira Marley has upper hand, Richie. Naira Marley has upper hand. Naira Marley can
of course, the dead
can tell you there was a verbal agreement, and
the dead is always guilty, isn't it?
It will be the one
what you're talking about.
Yes, it will be the one.
MOHBAD is not here to defend himself. I understand what you're saying. Mm-hmm. But MOHBAD was 100% convinced, based on what he has gone through in the hands of Naira Marley. That's why he was confident to form his own record label. That's why he was confident to go after Naira Marley, giving me my vote.
Yeah, you see.
And don't forget, some of MOHBAD's song. Listen to this, Papariano. Some of MOHBAD's song, right? I think maybe I forgot it. Maybe it's Peace Track or whatever. Yeah, this song is splitted. You find this song, even if you go on YouTube, if you find under monetization, that's when the money goes to MOHBAD. The same song, if you find the same song under Naira Marley is cashing up on it.
Yeah.
That's how sad it is. Sorry, which song is that?
Let me Google it for you.
Yeah. Any song order that MOHBAD released under the Malian, if Immunization posts it, I think they are looking for trouble. They need license to post it. They need permission from Immunization. They cannot do that.
I'll give you. I did
Someone
my own investigation.
Someone said peace. Is it peace? Peace.
I think it's peace. Yeah.
Okay. So let me check Immunization on YouTube, right? Immunization.
You see, on YouTube, it says Malian Music Headquarters. If you play that one, the money goes to Malians.
And that is his music. That's not for Mali.
And then you go to another place and you find the monetization. And once you play that, the money goes to
let's ask ourselves, when was Peace released? Let me check. When was Peace released?
2023.
No.
2022. I don't know. I think it's 2022. I think.
Are you sure?
No, it's not 2023.
You could have still been with the Malians then. 2022. I see 2022 here, but let me check the date. Don't forget that he left, I think, October. So if it is November that he sang it, if it is November or December 2022, that should be going to him. But if it is anything less than November, December, come on.
You're not getting the point, Papariano. This one of the EP MOHBAD is asking for. He has right.
That's as a for him to say he has right, but let's check it first. Whether he was still under if he was still under the label when he did it, label will collect it. You are under the label. Whatever you do, you are under their contract. It belongs to them.
Papariano, now that the lawyer is
even as an artist, if you are under them, you cannot just be taking a show and go out. If anybody gives you a show while you are under a label, they should speak to your boss. not to just give you a show.
Papariano,
You know, they can penalize such person.
Can you listen to the lawyer for a bit? You see, this lawyer in question has been in between MOHBAD and Naira Marley before he died, right? So let's listen to
that song belonged to Malian record. It's July, it's before MOHBAD left the Malian record.
Papariano. Let's listen to what the lawyer is trying to say in a little. Now he's saying there's no contract, that thing Malian and MOHBAD has, that he don't consider it as a contract. So if truly that thing that bound MOHBAD and Malians together is not a contract, then what is Malian holding on to MOHBAD's EP for? No,
exactly. That's why Naira is holding MOHBAD's songs and whatever, because of some certain arrangements. That's why he said that it's like an arrangement. Like, for example, now I can say, okay, Susan, let's say, for example, me, I'm very famous and you're a very young artist. You don't even know how things are. You don't know, that this. MOHBAD doesn't know that, okay, going to Mali, he should go with his own lawyer in the beginning. Let them sign a contract. Okay, so maybe MOHBAD feel like, you are big, my God, I want to be with you. And then he say, okay, come. He make arrangement with him that, okay, come, this is how we do things here, okay? I have other guys, okay, just be singing, and whatever you want to eat, whatever you want to wear, anytime you need money, just ask me, I'm going to give you, okay? There are many boys in the street that who will be ready, who will be saying, yes, sir, who will just enter the arrangement. And then over time, when they sing,
it's not supposed to be like that.
Yeah, when they sing over time, but who do you blame?
Yeah, it's not supposed to be like that. So now, see, listen, now that MOHBAD is gone, if he's here in America, now that MOHBAD is gone, word of mouth is not okay. You understand?
As long as Naira Marley can prove, if Naira Marley can prove, if Naira Marley can accept,
if MOHBAD can deny it, no.
Arrangement.
No, if MOHBAD can deny it, no. There's nothing like that. There's nothing like that. And they will ask Naira Marley, did you have it to prove that you have a contract with him? And Naira Marley will say, oh no, boy, bros, I don't have anything to prove. You understand? They will order
you get this now?
to give everything to MOHBAD.
We're talking of millions. We're talking of millions.
Please wait. If Naira Marley claim that they existed, in fact, don't forget that my father has said so many times that his son had a contract with Naira Marley. So we don't know whether it's a verbal contract or it's a written contract. Okay, we don't know this. If it's a verbal contract is a contract, it's binding. As long as there was such verbal contract which a party attests to that this is what existed. Though it's weak, but it's a contract. Right? There will have to be some kind of resolution, because now they will ask, why did MOHBAD not post those songs on his own page then when he was alive? It's because he has an arrangement with Naira Marley. Why is Papariano not coming to Susie's Facebook to post all my videos, all my songs? I don't have any arrangement with you. But imagine all the videos, everything I've done in my life, they saw it on Susie's page. It's not just there by mistake. It's because there have to be some certain arrangement that people will need to know. People must know why I was posting those things on your page and not on my own page. And why I now want it back. Why didn't I take it back then? Why now I want it back? So we have to go back into the arrangement. The arrangement is important. And right now, one party is not there. So, and I think the only fairness here, in fact, you see, they were trying to apply record label agreement standard
on the fly. On the fly, and it's not going to work.
Exactly. So that, because we could have said that, me too, I could have said that right now. Let's say that there was an arrangement, okay? Or let's say there was no arrangement. If there was no arrangement, there's problem from MOHBAD. Because if there was arrangement, even the Association of Music Industry, right? Like, it was a contract, they will enforce the contract. That, okay, I mean, this is what percentage was supposed to be given, they will come into it and do the division. But when you say you don't have contract, you are going to resolve it by yourself. You guys are going to go resolve it. Because the court will not come and favor anybody. It will be like cheating. It will be like using power against the other person. Let me say you are the judge now. Two people they were together. They have a kind of arrangement. Everything was posted on the other one's page. Then one is no longer alive. Then the family now came. They say they want to take everything back from that page, or they want to take 50% of it. How do you prove that? Okay, what if this person said that it was given to me by Mohbad? How do you prove that Mohbad didn't give it to him?
Can I still prove it?
Let's say, for example, now Mohbad bought car for Papariano. Let me say Mohbad bought 10 car. Wait, Mohbad bought 10 car for me when he was alive. Okay, and that car, I'm riding that car. Then Mohbad now passed. Then you now come as Mohbad mother, Mohbad sister. You want to take back all those cars. You have to prove. You can't just come with ordinary matter and say you want to take it. Whatever Mohbad have that belong to Naira Marley remains with Naira Marley until someone comes, or to someone come legitimately with reasonable evidence to show that they deserve it or they own part of it. Let's say for example someone like Adura or Blessing, or let me say that baby belongs to Mohbad. These are people that have the legitimate ground to take Naira Marley to court. If someone like Mohbad takes Naira Marley to court on Mohbad's royalty, Naira Marley can choose not to answer Baba Mohbad. Or Naira Marley may say, okay, I will even answer and try to cooperate with Baba Mohbad. But someone like Adura can counter that suit, that and kick the father of the Baba, you don't have the right. This is my brother's belongings. By law, I am the one who have the right. That is, if Mohbad doesn't have a child, by law, Adura and Blessing are the one that own Mohbad property. By law. Not Baba Mohbad. But the thing is this, the court will assume that they will take care of their parents. You see? But if they have disowned their parents, you can't force them. That is their birthright to inherit Mohbad as the siblings of Mohbad. The same thing with the baby. Can challenge Naira Marley that I'm Mohbad's son. What is the father doing? What will Mohbad's father doing? My daddy has a property and when somebody is coming, where are you to live? Baba will take his lawyer and run out of the court. Do you understand? But if the family resolves, now there will have to be benefit that will reach everybody, because it will be by percentage. That okay, you as a wife and the baby, maybe take 1/3. Okay, the brothers take maybe another 1/3, and then 1/3 go to the parents, the mother and the father. They can just come out and do their own resolution, right? And me, I want to be sure. I want to say this, that at the end of the day, I think the person that will be begging for such resolution is Baba Mohbad. It doesn't favor him. It doesn't favor him, because if Adura insists, right, if Adura doesn't have a hand in Mohbad's death, if Adura, okay, and maybe Wunmi and all of those, if they have a hand, that's a different issue. Then Blessing can come out with power that, hey, it's allowed, but not Baba. Baba is the last person that has that legitimate right.
You know the ironic part of it, right? If Malian coming out, okay, I want to pay this money back, and using all Mohbad's money, generated money, to pay him back, it's quite sad. Honestly, you guys are not looking at that.
Who want to pay it, and to who would you pay it?
No, you just said that. You just said Naira Marley is willing to pay whatever he's owing Mohbad, right?
Yeah.
And why is he coming up this way after his death, when he has already generated that money from Mohbad's labor?
No, now he can agree to pay. One, he can agree to pay because it is at his own will how much he wants to pay now. When Mohbad was there, Mohbad could have said, but now 20% we talk now. But now Mohbad is not there. And anybody fighting for Mohbad has nothing to prove. He can come now and say, now 5% we talk.
That's why women needs to talk.
They will manage it.
You see,
that's Wunmi have upper hand now. Wunmi and the immunization and the Adura.
You see, the fight between Baba Mohbad and Wunmi, it's not necessary. They need to build up a team, you understand, because there's so much money hanging on Naira Marley's neck that belongs to MOHBAD. But the way things is going, Naira Marley likes the problem.
Good man.
He likes it, you know.
But DNA is another issue again. Wumi wants to take everything because of the DNA. Why would Wumi accept? Why would we know that everything will come to her if DNA proved that Liam belongs to MOHBAD? Everything will come to her. So why would she say?
That's being greedy, you know.
Let me say, for example, okay, I know that my child should inherit somebody, which I'm 100% confident that it belongs to my child, that my child belongs to that person. So I will now allow what is the birthright of my child to now go to the family members. To go to the brother, to go to the sister, to go to the father, to the mother. That is the birthright. All of them should be happy that their son has a son.
And in the midst of all this, Papariano, right? MOHBAD normally holds MOHBAD for those abuse, all those molestation, all what he has done to MOHBAD.
But one thing that we can claim,
he needs to pay compensation for the family on that.
Don't forget there's evidence. No, you have to prove that as well. You cannot just come from thin air. You have to prove it. That's what I said. I discussed it in the morning. For you to say that MOHBAD was assaulted by Naira Marley or whatever oppression, you have to prove it. And so far, if the iCloud of Wumi, that's why I was saying that Sanshit should request for Wumi's iCloud, because Wumi and MOHBAD share the same iCloud. If they release that iCloud, maybe more evidences will showcase that will be used to condition Naira Marley. But as it stands so far, to the best of our knowledge, there is no information out there that can be used to nail Naira Marley. He remained innocent until proven guilty. Big Owolabi, go on.
Good morning.
Are you just here to greet us?
Talk, mister.
Big Owolabi. Are you just here to greet us, or you have a network issue? It's having network issue. Yeah, so but Baba should focus on what killed MOHBAD.
All the bottom line. Papariano, the bottom
Ricardo, do you see what they call analysis, right? Not that you will come now and just one-sided analysis. Only women. And you'll be looking for a fair platform. Very soon you'll be looking for a platform that is fair.
No, you
and one platform fair.
Hold it.
You go show me another platform for TikTok. We fair like this. You go show me. And the way to see them.
No, there is none. I've gone to many of other places. I know you are fair. You are dealing with everybody. If it is a case of, if it comes to Wumi, you deal with that. If it comes to Baba, you deal with that. You and every other person. But every other platform.
Network.
Talk is about this royalty that you are talking about. Like you have told Richie that they need to prove it. From onset, I can say Baba was greedy. He got to know about this royalty and then how rich MOHBAD was. That is why he joined those who are against Wumi. Had it been those family came together as one, and then he did not deny the paternity of this boy.
That is what is that is why MOHBAD is huge enough to be shared. Everybody will be happy.
Exactly. Baba MOHBAD lo ba gbogbo eje òun ló fọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ lójú, because he followed that alelopo mommy.
No. Ricardo. Look, another advantage here, okay, for MOHBAD is that if DNA is done and it shows that child doesn't belong to MOHBAD, then now Wumi and her baby, they are at the mercy of the Aloba family. Okay. Then now the next person in line is Adura and Blessing, who has 100%
Sure.
right
Definitely.
property.
You are right.
Now, Blessing,
But
is close to Baba, Adura is close to Mama. So,
but
and Wumi will not be under them. Wumi will be under them.
yeah, but at this
if-
point, seeing Liam alone, once
Only if Baba Mohbad can take a risk. If Baba Mohbad is very sure that that child doesn't belong to Mohbad, they can continue. Okay, but if he's not sure, if he feels that that child can become that's a big risk.
No, it's a
That's
big no.
problem, right?
Do you know how far Baba Mohbad went with Wumi so that Wumi can be pregnant?
But again, Ricardo, that doesn't make the baby Mohbad's child. Okay, Mohbad and Wumi may be living and have their own privacy. What if one of them cannot produce? Okay, and they decide to have a management that, okay, let's manage it. Okay, even if another man pregnant you or whatever, okay, I'm just going to take it in. Okay, let's just manage our life. Sure, you understand? And everybody will not know what's up, but between them, they know what's up. Sure, you understand? And then one day, a fight may come, and the man may deny, I don't own this baby after all. Okay, so I don't want you again. Go away with your baby. You understand?
Apart from that, Papariano, I just wanted to remind us that in the midst of all this, right, let's be realistic. Just forget the money, set the money aside, right? Baba Mohbad has every right, to fight, right, for justice for his son. There's more to life than money. So don't bring money to rob everything off, please.
Yeah, no, he has the right to. People, you see, the thing, people are looking at the money. Yeah, if we go by the money, which I'm afraid, at the end of the day, he may end legal for it. He may end legal for it because Wumi and her gangs, they are determined to prove that that child belongs to Mohbad.
No, it's not.
They can go any length. They can go any length to prove it, but not because that child is biologically Mohbad's child. But it's because that is what they must do. So you understand? When the pressure is too much, corruption is everywhere in the world. And Nigeria is also seen as a corrupt country.
I heard you the last time they said it is only the court that can determine the whole thing. Everything will boils down to the court. They are still going to court after all the...
Can't court be corrupt?
Well, in Nigeria...
So that's where the issue is. That's why if you see the position of Mohbad right now, their new position is that they want to have the DNA done abroad, and I don't think that the court will allow that to happen. I don't think so, because the agreement. In fact, Mohbad and his gangs, right? It's like they don't even know what agreement they are into. They have already signed the agreement with Wumi team, agreeing in that agreement that DNA should be done in Nigeria. Now, Baba and his gangs want to go back in front of the court to tell the court that they don't want to continue with that agreement again. The court will ask them for what reason. They will say because they think they should do it abroad. And then the other side, please wait. And then the other side, which is Wumi, we say, court, we and this man have an agreement. Yeah. And we are still very much on and ready. We don't have time. Okay, we have other many things to do. We want to go on to do the DNA in Nigeria, right? Then court, if the reason is abroad and one reason is Nigeria, court already have a binding statement that said being done in Nigeria. They will bind it for Wumi. Now Wumi will have to go and do the DNA in anywhere where she wants and bring the result before the court, and court will declare it. Court will declare that child Mohbad child by law. And once courts do that, I'm wondering what Baba Mohbad want to do. Because that is not court judgment. You can't appeal an ADR.
He lost.
Please wait now, Ricardo. Wait now. You are just one-sided. Let me look at things two ways. You are just working in favor with me. Me, I'm looking at things two ways. I don't discuss like that, please. I'm not a hater. I don't speak like that. We can learn from this. So what I think is that the Baba Mohbad is not in good rapport with his own lawyer, with Odumosun. And that lawyer is supposed to allow Wumi to face trial. But for whatever reason, maybe they don't think that they can win the case in trial because Baba is the one who applied to the court that he wants DNA. So Wunmi is the one who said she doesn't want to do DNA, that Baba doesn't have the right to ask her to do DNA. That is Wunmi countering the application that Baba Mohbad put before the court. So the right thing, Baba Mohbad and his lawyer, so they could have forced that application to go to proper court trial. In proper court trial, Wunmi lawyer will be on the side, trying to defend reasons why the court should not give Baba Mohbad the order to go and do what he requested. What Baba Mohbad application says is that, court, we want you to give us an order that will command Wunmi to submit her baby for a DNA test, and another order that will allow the the morgue to allow doctor to come taking Mohbad sample so as to establish the paternity of the baby. That is Baba Mohbad request. So Adibe, this case went through court, and Baba lawyer is able to prove why Baba Mohbad can. No, Baba Mohbad is not Mohbad. If it is with Mohbad, there is almost 95% chance that the court will grant such order, because Mohbad is a direct father, but Baba is a grandfather. So Wunmi feel this is not the man that impregnated me. You cannot know the paternity of my child. But Baba Mohbad feels like, though the person impregnated is no longer alive, it's my son, and right now I am the right person to share the inheritance of my son to the next successor. And I also want to establish that this child, that there's so many conspiracies about the child, or so many controversies about the child. I want to be clear that this child belongs to the Aloba family and do the needful to the child. That's the position of Baba Mohbad. And I think it makes more sense, which more court will grant him. But instead of them to go through court and fight, and let's see who will win, whether court will rule that Baba Mohbad, you didn't impregnate Wunmi, you are not the rightful person to ask Wunmi to do DNA. Okay? And when Mohbad was alive, Mohbad has fathered this child, and Mohbad has never questioned the paternity of this child. And again, they have married before Mohbad gave birth to this child. Every child born into that is born into a valid marriage belongs to the marriage. Okay? And the court will grant, will say that child belongs to Mohbad, and you guys should go. Then Baba can appeal it to a higher court. It can go to Supreme Court, they can appeal it because it's court judgment. But in this particular case, they didn't go through court process. When they got to court, they followed back door. Baba Mohbad group and Wunmi group, they went to negotiate on how they want the DNA to go. So now nobody has more rights on how it should go. Adibi, they went through court process and Baba won. Wunmi is not going to be telling Baba Mohbad where to do the DNA. It is Baba Mohbad that will go do it and bring the results to court. And then the court will declare the paternity of the child. As simple as that. But in the agreement that they went to have, the agreement said that both of them must choose the hospital that they both want. Okay, so the agreement does not say that only Baba will choose a hospital and Wunmi will agree. The agreement said any hospital that either of them choose, both of them should have a reason to agree with it. And if they don't agree with it, they should find another one that they agree with. When they agree with it, then the social worker of the court will take over. We follow through with the process. Baba Mohbad is the one that will pay. The court will follow, the court social worker will follow through with the process, like assist in the process, monitoring, so that they can be integrating. That's why we talk about chain of custody. Chain of custody. Doing sample collection so that it can be documented. It can be said under this condition it was collected from this part, well documented, and so that it can have integrity and be admissible before the court. And that's why I challenged what the guy was talking about toxicology the other time. Because chain of custody is to have a neutral person coming from the court to monitor the process so that the result will be admissible before the court. And it was also done in the toxicology as well. So in this particular case of the DNA, what we see here is that there was agreement between two parties about hospital that they will choose in Nigeria. So Baba Mohbad went ahead choosing two hospitals, St. Nicholas and UCH Ibadan. Okay, which for me too, I think, one, Baba Mohbad as well, they should have, in their agreement, they should have said that you choose one, I choose one. But there's mistake in that agreement. They never said you choose two, me choose two. The agreement only said both of us will agree to any hospital that will be used. I think women people are smart. Okay? But what about to explain this? What about group legal team? They are playing their own game. So then they quickly choose two hospitals. One in Lagos, one in Ibadan. Then women now, okay, I agree with the one in Lagos, St. Nicholas. But for some reason, because you already paid the pathology, I don't agree with the one in Ibadan. Then Bamba said, okay, we don't agree with whichever one you want to choose. We have chosen this two. We are the one that want to pay. Women said, I have Lagoon as a third option. Let's even do it in these three hospitals. You have chosen two. Let me even add one to it. Baba said, you can go do your own in Lagoon if you want. Me, I want to do my own. I want to do it in St. Nicholas and UCH. And then now, Baba lawyer is no longer there. Agreement is broken. Now, Baba new lawyer is assuring the public that he wants to go back to that same court and make another request. I don't know how possible that is going to be, because there's already an existing agreement that you guys went to have backdoor, and the court spent its resources in it and binded it. So what are you going to do to unbind the existing agreement? I'm still waiting to see that, because women will only all women have to do all this time is to go back to court and complain about court. The person that we agreed on what to do, the person, I'm not seeing the person any longer. Okay, the person is not responding to me. So please, I need an order. I don't have time to go follow through the process. Then the court will communicate with MOHBAD. Come, you have a case. Okay, what happened? You guys agreed here to go have this done. What happened? But MOHBAD will come with excuse that like later on when we went, we checked with some hospital. They said that the bone tissue is what we are going to use, and Nigeria doesn't have the facility that can do it. So then the court will not say, MOHBAD, is it because Nigeria doesn't have the facility? What if the other team, B, women, is able to provide a hospital that has facility to do it? Would you cooperate with it? Because what MOHBAD said, there have to be an agreement. It's a resolution. Court cannot judge. It was not court judgment. Court cannot pronounce authority over their resolution. Court will only bind what they both agree upon, unless they want to now go through proper court process, which I think they are past that stage.
Papariano, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
If these two parties are not trying to make things difficult for themselves, this is a simple thing, right? Why can't woman make things easy for herself? Said, okay, Baba, go do your two hospital. I will pick two of my own hospital. Do it, bring your result, I bring my result. Why not that?
Okay, actually, right, Baba, according to the agreement that they have, it has to be followed. Baba has to pay for any two hospital that is used. They have to follow the agreement. If the agreement says 2-2, they will do what the agreement says. In the agreement, they said one private or public hospital in Lagos and another one outside Lagos, but provided it's Nigeria. Okay? So, and Baba MOHBAD has to pay. You see, the agreement itself is questionable, because with the agreement right now, it gives a place for anybody to say, okay, I don't agree with your own too. If you don't agree with my own, I don't agree with your own too. And nothing will happen. They will keep disagreeing with each other's option.
So that's why I'm saying, don't you think?
But for me, it's Wumi that I think I would blame in the first side, because if Wumi truly want to do DNA, Baba has shown St. Nicholas and UCH Ibadan. All you have to do is to say, okay, because court have social worker that will take over. Once Wumi agree, then the court process will start. The court social worker will go through with the doctor. Women will come with her baby, and the doctor maybe will swipe. Okay, the doctor will swipe, and they will go through with their work. Social worker of the court will monitor the process. Okay, they will be the one to follow through until they get the result in an envelope, bring it to court, then invite both of them and read it for them. So Wumi could have easily taken her baby, okay, and agree to it to St. Nicholas and then UCH Ibadan, and Wumi should be expecting to see how Baba want to manipulate. Because if I'm confident that my child belongs to somebody, you now went to do 2 results. You do St. Nicholas, you do UCH Ibadan. Okay? The 2 results came out. And one, for you to trust Nicholas is because you think Nicholas is right. And then one said the child belongs to MOHBAD. The other said the child doesn't belong to MOHBAD. They are in trouble. The 2 places are in trouble. Okay, one, there are 2 institutions that are in trouble. And if the 2 of them come, and they say that the child doesn't belong to MOHBAD, and you are sure that it belongs to MOHBAD, then now the 14 days that the court will give you to review, to see whether you are satisfied with the result, you will use it to challenge it. And if you can challenge it and prove it wrong, they are in trouble. They are all in trouble because they walk towards a different solution rather than the truth. That's perjury, and they can go to up to 14 years imprisonment. You see, you should fear nothing if your child belongs to MOHBAD. But I guess that, all stations settle. When you don't know who is behind me, they may feel like they have impact anywhere in Nigeria. As long as it's in Nigeria, anywhere you want to do, no worry, we will reach there. And MOHBAD now has come to find out that if we should go on with this thing in Nigeria, once we go on with ADR, a resolution. In a resolution, it's not called judgment. You can't appeal an ADR, to the best of my knowledge, but you can appeal a court judgment to a higher court. You can fault the resolution if you have like an evidence which would make them to revoke whatever information that was provided. For example, let's say DNA was done, okay, and it showed that child belongs to MOHBAD, okay, and MOHBAD is not pleased. MOHBAD can say that, okay, they demand to cross-check, to examine the process that give this particular result, and they will be allowed. And if they do that, if they find anything wrong in the process, they will counter the result that this result cannot stand, and the court will only have to resolve it again. You see? But if you say you want to appeal a resolution, Mr. Vigo, I don't know, is that possible? Is that how you guys do it in the bench? Are you there? Mr. Vigo?
I'm here, Papariano.
Yes, I said, are you there? Can resolution be appealed?
Yeah, it can be.
How now? How do you appeal resolution?
That is if there is no understanding.
I'm asking, how do you appeal? Explain the process. Do you know what is court judgment and consent judgment? Can you appeal a consent judgment versus court judgment?
Yes.
Explain.
That is why we have lower court. The court is like A, B, C, D. So you have magistrate court. You're
not getting the point. I am saying, if the magistrate court makes a decision, makes a decision on a case, which they judicated upon, and maybe the respondent is not pleased, or maybe the applicant or whoever, I mean, you can appeal it to a higher court to hear the opinion of a higher court. But I'm saying, whereby you and somebody had a consent, you have an agreement, a consent judgment, whereby you both had agreed on how the process should go, and then you did it and you brought the result, and the magistrate only pronounced it. How do you apply that to a higher court? Because it was never a court judgment. Do you understand what I mean?
Wait. Yes, I do. Wait, Papariano. So let me give an example with you and Susan. So you and Susan have this agreement, and you guys tell the court that, we want to go and do X, Y, Z. The court
resolution.
Yeah, the court will said, okay, you guys can go, but come back and tell me how you guys agreed, because court is a place of record. So the court will allow you guys to go outside there and do whatsoever you people want to do. But you must come back to the court and feel the court the feedback, so that the court can have its own record on what you guys agree upon. Are you with me?
Sure.
So in the case whereby one party, let's say, in a case whereby one party is not cooperating, maybe you cooperated and Susan is not she's not cooperating, whatever you told the court that you are going to do, you cannot carry on with it. You cannot carry on. You will go back to the court and tell the court out there, oh, I called Susan to come for us to sit down. She did not respond. Oh, I even followed her up to the house, so she did not even mind me. Oh, this so she did not respond. So whatsoever, you alone cannot.
You are not getting my point. I'm saying
you want to do.
Yeah, you will go back to the court. Let's say you go back to the court. Okay, court will invite the other person and hear their reason why they are no longer following the agreement that they had. If the agreement of the second person is irrelevant, court will enforce it. The other person will proceed with what they have agreed on.
No,
you get.
No,
it will be enforced.
No.
Let me say me and you agreed. Okay, we have a statement before the court that okay. Maybe we walked before and I said that, Vigo, I'm going to be paying you for 500 every day. And then later on, I was unable to pay you. Okay, I was unable to pay you 500. You've worked for me for maybe 10 months. So we had issue, we went to the court. You took me to the court because I didn't want to pay your money. And then, so we have the agreement that, okay, like we went to the court and I didn't want to go through trial. So I called you behind and said, let's talk about it. Then we talk about it. I said, okay, I'll be paying you 500 and I'll be paying you 250 every month. And we agreed on that. Then the court binded that. Then we now went behind the scene. I wanted to go through. I wanted to follow through with my 250 that we promised, that is the agreement. You came in, you said you want all your money at once. I said, but this is not the agreement. And then me and you, and then I went back to court to make a report. Then the court calls you back. So what do you think the court will do? They will say because you are not following agreement. So like they don't want to, they're not interested. What would the court do? Go on.
In that case, I don't have any right to go against the court's pronouncement.
That's what I'm saying.
Whoever court said that you should pay me that 200 or that 500, it is a legal binding.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
I cannot go behind the court.
Now, see what, now, let me bring to the case of DNA. In the case of DNA, MOHBAD and the Wumi Camp, they have agreed that DNA be done in any private or public hospital in Lagos and outside Lagos, but in Nigeria. Okay, then now when they went behind, okay, the process was on. Baba has chosen 2 hospitals, one in Lagos and one in Ibadan, which is still within the confinement of the agreement. And then later on, Baba had issue with his lawyer. Baba changed his mind that we don't want to do it in Nigeria again. We want to do it abroad. Okay, and that is abroad that they will do it. They will not do it in Nigeria. But the agreement, he says Nigeria here. Okay, and then we may feel like this man's playing with us. We want to go back to court because we are ready to do the DNA here in Nigeria. And this is what the agreement says. So if they go back to court now and they invite Baba, they invite women, who do you think the court will listen to?
The court will listen to the 2 of them.
How?
Yes. Let me tell you, court does not listen to one person and make a pronouncement.
Let's say you are the judge. Let's put you in perspective. Let's say you are the judge.
Yes.
Two person early made agreement.
If I am the judge, if I am the judge now, number one, Baba MOHBAD will address me of why his lawyer is no longer representing him.
Yes, let me say, please. Let me say, wait. Let's answer it now. The answer is available so that you will see whether it's valid or not. Don't say many things. We want to learn. So let's say you are in the court, you are the judge, okay? And the first reason MOHBAD had is that he's not pleased with his lawyer because his lawyers started going to different, to different platforms, to different shows without his permission. So he wasn't willing to continue because so far that's the only excuse he has against Odumosu. okay, that Odumosu maybe went to Arifa platform without his permission, and the lawyer doesn't listen to him any longer, so he doesn't want to continue with the lawyer, and so he has a new lawyer. So would you consider that first?
Yes.
Okay.
It is his right.
Yes. Then now he has the new
lawyer. Hire the lawyer.
Yes. Then now he has a new lawyer, and the new lawyer now said, okay, they wanted to do the DNA in Nigeria, okay, and they did their own research, and they found out that there were not hospitals who can conduct a bone tissue DNA in Nigeria. That it can be found outside Nigeria, in Africa, or maybe in Europe and other continents. So they want to revoke this agreement. They want another. They want to go into another agreement which will enable them to have this DNA done outside Nigeria. This is their own position. And the other position said, that is not correct. That we have centers in Nigeria that can do it. Okay, and then they are ready to go on with the agreement. Then you ask the judge with your knowledge, who would you favor? Like, how would you come in between that?
Okay, this is how I'll come in between that, and I'm speaking from the legal point of view, not from my view. What need happen like that? Whatsoever the agreement the previous lawyer go to, it is not bound on the new lawyer. Baba MOHBAD is the one that hire his lawyer, and he can fire the lawyer. Every client, the lawyer is your employee. You are paying him to represent you. So if a new lawyer make an appearance in court to take over from the previous lawyer, look, every lawyer see things differently. And let me give you an example, then I will come back on this particular matter. Now, you, Papariano, yes. Let me say TSL. Let me say TSL said you spank a bomb. Do you understand? And she's talking to me as a lawyer that you spank the bomb. Okay. The way I will see the spanking of the bomb, it is different from the way Susan will see the spanking of the bomb. You can spank a woman bonbon when you two are walking direct opposite sides and your hand touch the bonbon. I will make that argument. I can also Susan can also come from behind and also make a different argument and said, oh no, she was standing and you Papariano was walking behind her and your hand hit the bonbon. All we want to land on is the touching of the bomb. Am I clear? So lawyers see things differently, regardless of where they are coming from, because they all have different training from a different bar. Do you understand? That is why some lawyer will win a case and some lawyer will lose a case, because courts deal with the facts. Now, on this Baba MOHBAD case, the new lawyer, which it is allowed in a legal proceeding, the new lawyer have all the right to detach himself from the agreement that the previous lawyer has stand upon, and said, look, for want of evidence, for balance, for equity, for this, for that, this DNA or this bone tissue test should be carried out abroad. Now, the judge, what judges normally do is they will come through Lagos State or through Nigeria and said, oh, do we have any hospital, this and that? That is when they will bring the register in or a bailiff, because they are the one that normally go out, because judges sometimes, because of the profession, they are not even allowed to go to the market and things because of attack and whatever, and they don't want people to be familiar with them. So the court will now say, but there is one hospital in Bayelsa State that been carried. They will look at precedent of that particular issue if it has.
Let's say the exist hospital can do it in Nigeria, like 5 or 10.
If there is existing hospital who can do it in Nigeria, now the digression lies in the judge. What the judge will ask is, if you said you want to go and do it in abroad, are you ready to finance it? If the answer is yes, the judge will grant it to go and be done in abroad.
No, please. No, please. No, judge. No, wait right there. What do you mean?
Papariano, wait. Papariano, wait, please, I beg you, wait, I beg you in the name of God. Now, that is why I use the word discretion. The discretionary power.
It's not even going to happen. No lawyer will do that. That is very wrong. For example, 2 people are before you. Wait now, that is wrong. 2 people are before you.
Can I land? Can you allow me to land before you come in?
Just put your point. Put it short and into perspective. You cannot have all the time.
Yes. No, that is why I'm using the discretionary power. Lies in the bosom of the judge.
That is not even going to work in this case. It will not work. It will not work in this case. It will not work.
Oh my God. Papariano, wait now. Let me land. If the judge
say something else, it will not work. Say something else, it will not work. You know what? Let me counter that before we continue. Let me counter that. Okay. Now, on the basis that this was a consent judgment, it was not a court judgment. Do you know the difference, first of all? Between a consent judgment, what is the difference between consent judgment and a court judgment?
Let's differentiate judgment. Let's differentiate judgment and pronouncement.